Breaking news tonight, a suspicious man tied up Fargo Police Department resources for much of the afternoon. A perimeter was set up in South Fargo during a manhunt. An employee at Treasure Island Coins tells us it started in the parking lot. That's where we find Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker. Cornelius, what do you know?
Hey, Christine. Employees here at Treasure Island say that they came outside and noticed that one of their coworkers' vehicle was running, but their coworker was not in the vehicle. So they went back inside, got him to come out, and that's whenever they say they saw a man running from the vehicle. Now, if we take a look at the video, what this would-be truck thief did not know was that the vehicle was customized for someone in a wheelchair. The owner, he is wheelchair bound, and he says that he believes the customization is why the person did not steal the vehicle. Now, coming up on Valley News Live at 6, we're going to have a reaction from the owner of the vehicle to see what he thinks about someone who apparently tried to steal his truck. Christine, back to you.
Thanks so much, Cornelius. If the police catch the would-be suspect, we'll post that information for you on valleynewslive.com. An exclusive interview tonight with a Baudette, Minnesota woman who says her reputation was tarnished by a recent report by a competing broadcast company in the Northern Valley. The report implied she may have taken money from a GoFundMe account set up for the families of 3 men who died on Lake of the Woods last fall. Now, Retina Lavalva says she wants to set the record straight with Valley News Team's Neil Carlson.
Did you take any of the money from that GoFundMe account?
No.
None?
No.
Back in October, Retina Lavala set up a GoFundMe account for the families of 3 Baudette men who died after their boat capsized on Lake of the Woods. The account raised over $27,000. Their problem started earlier this month when a family member questioned the sheriff about why all the money had not been dispersed by Lavala yet. Lavala says in January there was still around $7,000 in the account that had not been dispersed. Lavala says the money was still coming in and she was waiting on one more pledge before she planned to disperse the rest of it. She says when the sheriff called, she decided just to hand over the rest of the GoFundMe account to him and let him deal with it. Miss Lavala says she handed over the rest of the GoFundMe account to you to disperse.
At this point, it's an open investigation, and I can't comment on any of the particulars or details of it.
Okay. Any timeline of when you think this will be wrapped up?
No, we're still in the middle of it, basically.
Do you think the sheriff's investigation will clear you of any wrongdoing?
Yes.
I mean, it's clear the money was put out to where it was supposed to go?
Yep. Every single family has received every penny that was raised for them.
We now wait and see if the sheriff's investigation backs Lavala. From Lake of the Woods, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
We'll keep you updated with any new developments in this case. Investigators have released a sketch of the man they believe robbed a Rothsay bank at gunpoint earlier this month. Here's the picture. They believe the man has a darker skin tone, but they're not sure of his race. If this person looks familiar, you're asked to call police immediately. Officials are also looking for a 2007 or newer dark-colored Cadillac Escalade believed to have been used in the robbery. The temperature has been falling all day, but it's still pretty mild out there. Let's check in with meteorologist Justin Fanfarelli to see what's coming up tonight. Justin?
And thank you, Christine, and good evening, everybody. Yeah, temperatures have been falling throughout the day. We're near 40 by midnight now. We're near 20 degrees. Taking a look at the temperature out there, we're a little cooler off toward the north, 19 at Grand Forks, 18 at Crookston and Thief River Falls, and warmer air as you make your way off to the south and to the west. Temperatures near 30 out toward Jamestown. The wind has also died down as we went through the afternoon. We were pretty gusty this morning, now between 5 and 10 miles per hour most everywhere you look. Now, we kept mainly cloudy skies today and had that nice northerly flow that kept temperatures down out there, but that will change as we go through the future. The wind will turn around to more of a southerly direction, and temperatures will actually rise during the overnight period. A stray snow shower is also not out of the question. They're going to continue to rise as we go into the day on Friday and stay mild for the weekend. I'll tell you what to expect coming up later in the newscast.
Thanks so much, Justin. A warrant has been issued for the arrest of a Horace, North Dakota man who was hurt in an explosion in November. Police say Stephen Green was hurt while handling illegal fireworks. He is facing charges for the explosives, but also several drug-related charges. Investigators say Green had a serious injury to his right hand when an illegal firework blew up. He was taken to a Twin Cities hospital for treatment. The explosion did not damage any property. Call police if you know anything about Green's whereabouts. 3 men are in jail after police say they supplied heroin that caused several overdoses in western North Dakota. According to court documents, Timothy Admonson and Tanner Nielsen are known to sell heroin in Williston. The documents say Admonson took a trip to Chicago where he met with a heroin supplier from a gang. A third person, Sylvester McCurry, is suspected of bringing heroin from Chicago. All 3 have been arrested and charged with conspiracy to deliver a controlled substance. A warrant is out for a 4th person in Chicago. MSUM now finds itself as one of 19 Minnesota institutions that failed a financial stress test. And with declining enrollment, the short-term picture is pretty bleak. At one point, more than 9,000 students were filling the sidewalks and classrooms at MSUM. Today, there's about 60,600. Reasons for the decline: President Ann Blackhurst cites intense competition in the Fargo-Moorhead area, the rising costs of higher education, and the low numbers of kids graduating high school and choosing a 4-year degree.
Our enrollment this year is down about 8% over last year, but over the past 7 or 8 years, it's declined more than 20%.
And President Blackhurst says these problems are hardly isolated to the Moorhead campus. Coming up at 6, hear why issues across the Minnesota university system could mean tough days ahead for MSUM. Tonight, Fox News will host another Republican debate, this time from Des Moines, Iowa. It's the last chance for voters to judge the Republican candidates before the Iowa caucus. Valley News Team's Washington Bureau Chief Jacqueline Policastro is at the debate with a look ahead.
Donald Trump might not be here at the debate, but he's still getting attention. His decision not to take the stage could seriously shake things up here in Iowa just days before the caucus. Without the front runner on stage, the candidates have more time and more of the spotlight. So what will they do with it? Ted Cruz is the highest polling Republican participating. Will the other top candidates come out swinging and take on Cruz? Will a candidate behind in the polls make up ground? Everyone wants to finish ahead here in Iowa, gaining momentum for the rest of the presidential race. It's too early to tell if Trump's latest move will pay off or hurt him. We'll find out on Monday after the caucus results roll in. Reporting in Des Moines, Iowa, I'm Jacqueline Policastro.
You can watch the debate tonight on Fox News starting at 8 p.m. You'll want to plan ahead if you're heading to the Luris Center for the Jason Aldean concert tonight. This is the first major event at the Luris Center with their new security policies in place. Everyone will be wanded with handheld metal detectors. To accommodate for this new screening, doors will open at 6 tonight. The show starts at 7:30 p.m. The Luris Center says to travel light to help expedite the screening process. Another reason to travel light is because there is a bag size restriction. Other things banned from the Luris Center include alcohol, backpacks, selfie sticks, and cameras or recording devices. You can help make a difference for families in the area who have a young child going through a hard time. Today, the annual Cares for Kids Radiothon kicked off to help raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. They provide special funding and programs to 170 children's hospitals across North America. That's including Sanford Health. Phone lines open again tomorrow at 6 a.m. You can also donate online. We have a link on valleynewslive.com. Just click on our hot button. A charging station is being recalled because it could shock you. The details still ahead tonight.
And we were near 40 yesterday. Not the case this afternoon, but the really warm air is going to stick around as we go through the weekend. I'll give you the details coming next.